Hey, what's up everyone? Shaun here at OWC, and if you want to connect with me on the water here in Central Florida, this is the place to do it. Go to ShaunMurray.com, click on lessons, and check my calendar availability, and that's where you can come down here to have some progression. Now, I also have something new into the HYPERLITE line with my name on it, the Progression Series. This is something that we've been working on for a couple years, and it's finally coming to market, and it's a rope that allows you to take your wakeboarding and keep it low risk, high reward. Most people think that wake surfing is low risk, high reward, and wakeboarding is high risk, high reward. But I want to give you guys some of the tools how to have fun without taking some hard beatings out on your wakeboard. And this handle can really help with that. We found ourselves shortening the rope beyond what most ropes would do here at OWC and when I'm coaching at other places. Most ropes are going to come into maybe 65 or 60 feet at their shortest length. Now, just to make sure that we're all talking the same language, most ropes are going to be 75 feet. That's from the handle to your tie-off point where it's the longest extension. Then you're generally going to have 5-foot takeoff sections going into maybe 65 or 60 feet. Once in a while, a rope will get into 55 feet. And we found ourselves wanting to take that rope shorter because we want to slow the speed down, allow people to go through some drills to then progress their riding so that they can do, say, a shorter wake-to-wake frontside 180 and with the speed pretty slow, and then start letting the rope out a little bit so you can start with that low risk, still getting that high reward, and then progress from there. So let's take that frontside 180 for example. What we do is we're gonna first do some surface frontside 180s where you're straight behind the boat, not moving, with the boat going around 13 miles an hour, really minimizing that movement. And then the next step, once you have that dialed, is a traveling surface 180. Once you have that, you're gonna go inside out over the whitewash. Then after that, you can go inside out over the whitewash with getting a little bit of air. So you're gonna bump the speed up just a little bit. It's about 14 and a half, 15 and a half miles an hour. And maybe practice some ollie 180s. Maybe an outside to in, so you're going from the outside of the wake to the inside of the wake doing that frontside 180. And that's where this rope can then start to come into play. So rather than trying to go wake to wake at your normal speed, what you can do is, let's say you're normally going wake to wake at 21 miles an hour at 60, 65 feet. At 21 or 20 miles an hour, that's gonna feel pretty risky to throw that 180, and it's just gonna be like, I just gotta get this thing done and hopefully not take a beating. What we're doing with this rope is we go all the way into 45 feet. So if that's as short as you wanna go, rock and roll. Behind the G23, it's a nautique, you can go about to 50 feet. You don't really have to go to 45 feet, but some boats, like a 21-foot boat, you could get into 45 feet. That allows you to keep the speed really slow and still have like a little bit of distance to go wake to wake, and then start to let it out. So once you make it, you can let the rope out in 5 feet increments, bumping the speed up, and eventually getting out to where you are back to your normal riding length. So you're giving yourself these stepping stones so that you can really progress. So if you look closely on this, you're gonna see that we've got our first takeoff section is only 2.5 feet. So you're gonna go from 75 feet into 72.5, then to 70 feet, then to 65, to 60, to 55, to 50, to 45. So you can use any of those lengths to really get you in that sweet spot without having to go and tie funky knots. A lot of the ropes have the silicone jacket, and if you do some kind of temporary knot, it's gonna nick that up. And if you have one of those ropes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is going to help you with that. So if you don't already subscribe, make sure you do that, because I'm gonna continue to put out progression series content and ways that you can utilize this rope. And you're gonna be able to figure some things out on your own as well. If you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know that when the content's going live, not only with progression series, a bunch of different challenges and all sorts of towed water sports fun. Of course, I like to wakeboard, wake surf, foil, water ski, barefoot, whatever it is. I just like to have a good time behind the boat, and I wanna help you guys as well. This is one of the most unique places to get out there and have a good time with your friends and family, and I want you guys to make the most of it. So So I've been on the water for well over 30 years, and I found some fun ways to keep that low risk, high reward. And now happy to bring you guys the Progression series by HYPERLITE. Go to HYPERLITE.com, check out where you can find one of your local or online retailers. Make sure you check this thing out, maybe even pick it up. Put down in the questions and comments if you have questions about this or how it's going. If you want to know what to do or whatever, I do read those questions and comments, so thank you for doing that. Also really appreciate it when you guys like and share. And of course, no matter what you're doing, always enjoy your ride. Peace.